Navigating the dating scene can sometimes feel like walking through a minefield, especially when you encounter certain types of guys who just aren't worth the hassle. Today we're breaking down 7 types of guys you want to avoid while dating, plus a bonus 8th one that might surprise you. First up, we've got the infamous ghost and his cousin, the Casper. The ghost vanishes without a trace, leaving you wondering what went wrong. The Casper, on the other hand, disappears and reappears at his convenience. These behaviors can definitely indicate a lack of commitment, emotional maturity, or even respect for your feelings. It's best to avoid these types because consistent communication and reliability are foundational to a healthy relationship and also a healthy friendship. So don't buy yourself into the idea that, oh my god, he came back after 2 weeks, let's text him back. Not always the best idea. I think the best thing you can do with ghosts and Caspers is to tell them that you're not interested in inconsistent efforts or inconsistent communication and that you're looking for something more. It can also be very possible that you're okay with this ghost and Casper types, right? Then there's the guy who's perpetually confused. He might say he's open to anything, which usually means he has no idea what he wants, or he's not able or doesn't want to express or be vulnerable about the real thing he's looking for. And dating someone who lacks direction can lead to a frustrating and aimless situationship. And it's really crucial to be with someone who has a clear sense of what they're looking for or what they're not looking for. And it shows their emotional and romantic ambitions in life. Then Mr. Inconsistent. Beware of the guy whose actions don't match his words. This inconsistency can be a red flag for insincerity, making it difficult to trust and rely on them. And if you think about it, emotional security is a key in any friend or relationship or even situationship. And without it, you're left in a constant state of uncertainty and doubt, which is not a nice place to be in. Then the 4th type of guy is the critic. So watch out for Mr. Critic, who often disguises hurtful comments as jokes. This behavior can be a subtle form of manipulation aimed at lowering your self-esteem, making you more susceptible to control. And always remember that a partner should uplift you, not tear you down. Then the next one is the love bomber, who overwhelms you with affection and gifts early on, which might seem endearing at first, but this can be a sign of underlying issues like narcissism. And sometimes the dating scene can seem like a desert of low efforts, and then there's this guy that comes and love bombs you and you're like, whoa, he knows what he wants me, and he makes a real effort. If it's too much, if it feels too good to be true, it might be too good to be true, okay? So watch out for that love bomber. And why is love bombing so dangerous? Well, intense admiration can quickly turn into an attempt to control and devalue you, making these kind of love bombers particularly dangerous. So they do this like a sort of natural instinct. So they love bomb you to win you over. And then once you're hooked on the illusion that they created, they can manipulate you and they can devalue you. And then they will kind of have you under their spell. If you want to know more about love bombing, I'll link a video up here where you can educate yourself a little bit more on narcissism. So number 6 is the conflict avoider. This is a guy who jokes his way out of any serious conversation. And this avoidance can indicate a fear of vulnerability or an unwillingness to engage in the depth of the relationship. And real connections are built on honesty and ability to tackle tough topics together. And this is also something you can learn, right? There's a lot of people that are afraid of conflicts, but it's also something you can get better at. It's like a skill, yeah? And the more you communicate, the more you address difficult and complicated topics with your friends, with people you love, or with dates, the better you will get at conflict resolution. So the 7th type is the controller. So the controlling guy wants to know where you are all the time, often stemming from his insecurities and need for constant reassurance. This type of guy can drain your energy and impede your personal freedom, making it a relationship dynamic you definitely want to avoid. Then we have the bonus type. Number 8 is the eternal optimist. Surprisingly, the eternal optimist can also pose a challenge. While positivity is generally a great trait, someone who refuses to acknowledge real issues or challenges in a relationship or whatever ship you're in can prevent growth and problem solving. It's important to find a balance between optimism and realism, because life, as you know, is unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, not a fairy tale. Well, and there you have it, 7 types of guys to steer clear of, plus a bonus type that reminds us that even seemingly positive traits can have their downsides. Every trait has its flip side in the end. And remember, the goal isn't to navigate dating with a checklist of red flags, but to recognize patterns that might lead to a healthy, fulfilling relationship. So that was it for now. Keep your standards high, trust your instincts, and don't settle for less than you really deserve. And if you have ever encountered any of these types or have more to add to the list, share your experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. And here is to making your next dating experience a positive one. Happy dating! Bye bye!